Hopkins again. How different is this Hopkins team from the one we saw 2 months ago in the Dome?
I think they're just playing with a lot of confidence right now. They had a big win, against Virginia. They won their conference, which I think got them into the tournament. And so they've got some wins lately, and I think they feel good about themselves.
What's it like when you run into these guys specifically this late in the playoffs?
Yeah, it feels more like a championship game, really. I mean, you think of Hopkins and Syracuse, but I think that just speaks for how competitive Division I lacrosse is today. They've turned into a very good team, and we've got to be ready to play.
Does your side of the bracket here feel like a Final Four? You look at Hopkins and Maryland and Carolina as well.
It does, just terrific lacrosse teams, and you got to be ready for anybody. But you first of all have to take care of the Blue Jays if you hope to go on.
Kevin said this might be the most difficult game of all because once you get to the Final Four, anything can happen. Is there been more focus, on this week, and heading to Annapolis might be virtually a road game for you guys? Yeah,
it's the next round, and we're playing in their backyard basically. Hopkins campus isn't too far from Annapolis, so I don't even think they're staying at the hotel there. So they'll be sleeping in their own beds, and they'll wake up comfortable, and we've got to be ready to play.
Coach, Kevin and Dylan combined for 2 goals against Hopkins in the regular season. Obviously, they had a good game over the weekend. Do you think that kind of gets in their head at all, knowing they struggled against the defense earlier in the season?
Well, I think that we're in the process now of understanding, reminding them who Hopkins is. I don't think they've changed too much defensively. So we'll have some, we'll try to throw some different twists at them this go around. And I think Hopkins probably played us as tough as anybody all year.
Mm-hmm. And from Kevin's perspective, he had a career best game over the weekend. How tangible is something like momentum for him going into this weekend, do you think?
Well, I hope it is. I think that he's he's playing well. He's very healthy. The whole team is pretty healthy right now, which is a bonus for us. And I think that he's excited to be in the NCAAs right now.
Mm-hmm. And from your defense's perspective, what do you expect to see from a guy like Ryan Brown?
Well, he's a tremendous shooter. I think that's Hopkins' strength is their ability to shoot the ball. The number of players that they have to shoot the ball. A couple of years ago, I think he had 8 goals against us, and he had a decent day against us this year. So I think that he's excited to play against Syracuse.
Why is Schneider, their goalie, playing so much better now than he was earlier?
I think the whole team's playing better. I think the fact that the defense is playing better this time of year makes him better. And he's got a couple of good wins under his belt, a conference championship game, and the next round against UVA. So I think they're just playing with confidence, including himself.
This time last year, I feel like we talked about face-offs a lot, and Ben has just made it, smooth sailing for you guys. How nice is that to have, a guy that is going to be successful for you and go 8 for 8 in the first quarter like you did this weekend?
Well, I hope he goes 8 for 8 again this weekend. But Hopkins actually is using a different guy now who's playing pretty well. But it's great to have Ben. It's we feel every time that he's on the field, he can go out and win the face-off and get it himself. He doesn't have to rely on his wings, and he's gotten better all year at running away from poles and defensive players. And I think our tech and other middies are doing a nice job getting open for him when he does get the ball.